Well, batching into today for you, happy Christmas Eve. We're going to have a look at weather for the whole of the Christmas period. Today it's a weekend forecast going from Christmas Eve through to New Year's Day. So we'll have a look at the charts and see what's going to be happening through the festive week. There's been big changes with the models overnight, and it looks like we're going to be turning it colder as we go through to the weekend, putting in a cold northeasterly wind, possibly even bringing in some snow showers to the eastern part of the country Saturday into Sunday, and then after that probably cold and frosty going up to the new year. Show the charts in a moment, but it's a much more wintry outlook than it looked like it was going to be this time yesterday. And of course, with the way the charts are chopping and changing, it's worth pointing out that this forecast is with fairly low confidence, not with great confidence, because I suppose things could swing back the other way. We appear to have cross-model agreement on the solution this morning, so it appears that we sorted things out, but you never know. The weather will always try and catch us out. Now, before we get on with that, just want to say about the ads. There's links to articles on most of the pages at GazMobiles.com. Have a browse through the widgets, and if there's any articles that you're interested in, just click through those articles, and thanks very much for doing that. I've taken the link down for Gaz Shop now, but thanks very much to everybody that's done their Christmas shopping at Amazon between when we started at the start of November and just recently over the last few days. Thanks so much for getting involved. In a huge success this year, and Gaz Shop will be returning for next Christmas. So the charts that we're using, or website that we're using for the charts for the video, we've got the radar from weatherout.com and charts at the end from Weather Outlook, also charts at weathercentral.de, and you can find the link to both of those websites on the links page, and thanks very much to those websites for all the help and support that they've given to Gaz Mobiles through the past year. Okay, let's get on with it, and this band of very scraggly, sort of very light patchy rain down across the far southeast is a decaying cold front that's clearing away. I mean, a lot of dry weather really, although we've got heavy showers coming into Scotland, and some of those across northern Scotland are turning wintry. But this cold front has changed the air mass, so the very mild air that we had over the past couple of days has gone, and now we're in a much cooler, fresher sort of feeling air mass for Christmas Eve. So here's the Christmas Eve Arctic pressure chart. We've got low pressure to the northeast of Scotland, taking the cold front out of the country towards northern France and bring down this northwesterly wind. So the patchy rain in the southeast will clear away around now when I'm doing the video at 17 minutes past 10. And then we're looking at showers coming into the north, and some of those across northern and western Scotland will be turning wintry. Some quite beefy showers in there for parts of Scotland, but elsewhere mainly dry really through the course this afternoon for much of England and Wales. Just a few showers scattered about, but most places staying dry with good sunny spells. It's a cooler, fresher feel. It was very mild first thing down in the south at 10 degrees, but temperatures will be dropping through the day, finishing up somewhere around 7 or 8 degrees in the south. In the north, around at 3 or 4 degrees. Quite a brisk northwesterly wind blowing in the north as well, making it feel quite cold. Now, overnight, we're going to find high pressure ridging in off the Atlantic, so I think the shower risk will recede back towards northern and western facing coast, to be honest. Many parts of Scotland becoming dry overnight. Also around eastern coast of Scotland could be some shower there, and possibly wintry again, falling as snow to fairly low levels in the far north of Scotland. Many places staying dry tonight, though quite breezy, so I think the temperatures will hold up generally a little bit above freezing, but there could be frost, particularly in the north. Winds a bit lighter for Scotland, so temperature could get down to -2 or -3 parts of Scotland. Elsewhere, sort of a patchy frost, really, particularly if you're in a rural location. A fairly chilly night, so Santa's going to have to put an extra layer on tonight. But we've had colder. I'm sure he'll be able to get those presents out just fine. So as we go through into Christmas Day, the high pressure continues to ridge in across the country. It means that we'll have further showers really across northern parts of Scotland, and some coming down the eastern coast, some also possible around northwestern coast, and we may run viewing through the Cheshire Gap, say into parts of northern England and the north and west Midlands. Generally they should be as rain, but over the higher ground in Scotland and maybe around the North York Moors, there could be some wintriness in those showers. So again, the best place for seeing a flake of snow on Christmas Day, probably somewhere like Aberdeen. Most places staying dry on Christmas Day with sunny spells coming through. There'll be some frost around first thing in the morning, so you may wake up to find a little bit of white on the grass in particular. But temperatures by day actually will get up to around 6 or 7 degrees in the south, and in the north we're going to be around 2 or 3. Quite a coldish sort of Christmas day, or a cool Christmas day, and certainly feeling fairly seasonable. Now as it goes dark, temperatures will do a bit of a plummet, and there'll be a widespread frost Christmas Day into Boxing Day. Temperature could go as low as -5 across some northern and eastern parts of the country. But Boxing Day is when things start changing. We've got low confidence from Boxing Day onwards, so it's only a couple of days away. This area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic is subject to change. Exactly what it's doing with its movement, not greatly pinned down. But it looks as though we're going to start Boxing Day on a mainly dry, frosty note with good sunny spells. There'll be cloud and rain from where go though across Ireland, and that cloud rain will spread across many parts of the country through the course of Boxing Day. May not arrive in the far eastern side of the country until towards evening, but most places seem likely now to turn wet on Boxing Day. And as that low pressure comes in, it could produce some sleet or snow over the Pennines and possibly over the southern uplands as well. Northern Scotland probably missing out because this low pressure is being trended south, so you probably miss out across northern Scotland on this area of low pressure, but most places will have rain with risk of sleet or snow over hills. Quite a cold day with temperatures just 3, 4, 5 degrees at best, although in the far southwest it will turn milder, getting up to around 8 or 9 by the end of the day. And then as we move through into Saturday, that's really when we've got the low confidence with this area of low pressure. Now it looks like we're taking this low pressure out to the east, running it in towards the Low Countries and putting in a very cold, or a cold, northeasterly wind. So we probably bring a lot of rain across the country overnight Boxing Day into Saturday morning, so that's quite heavy. Still lingering in the south and the east first thing on Saturday morning, but tending to clear away through the day. And then we're left with showers, and as this northeasterly wind starts to pick up, colder air will begin to dig in, so those showers could start turning increasingly wintry, particularly across the northeastern parts of England, possibly coming down in towards Lincolnshire and East Anglia through the day, turning increasingly to sleet or snow there. Temperatures could start off at around 5 or 6 degrees, but tending to drop through the day, probably finishing up just around 2 or 3 degrees. And then as we run through into Saturday morning, we're putting in a proper northeasterly wind there with low pressure just to the southeast of the country. So for England and Wales, we're likely to bring in a cold northeasterly wind, a strong wind as well. Could be gusts of wind up to gale force, and they could blow wintry showers in from the east, and those showers could turn increasingly to snow through the early hours of Sunday morning. So this is going to be one to keep an eye on. I don't want to go into too much detail about it yet, but it could be one to keep an eye on what's happening overnight Saturday into Sunday. Some of those showers could well penetrate quite a way inland, getting through towards the Midlands and central southern parts of England. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's likely to stay mostly dry and cold with a fairly widespread frost up there. We go through into Sunday, and that low pressure is clearing away with high pressure ridging in off the Atlantic. So we may start off Sunday morning with snow showers on the eastern side and in the southeast. They'll tend to recede back to the coast through the course of the day, with drier weather spreading in from the west. Remember, this is all subject to change. Temperatures on Sunday will be cold at just 2 or 3 degrees. There'll be a hard overnight frost on Sunday night. Get through into Monday, high pressures over the country, so lots of dry weather, hard frost early and late, but by day quite a bit of sunshine, could be a few freezing fog patches around. Temperatures though just 1, 2 degrees above freezing, so a really cold day generally on Monday. Going through to Tuesday, the high pressure is still there, so lots of cold weather, hard overnight frost early and late, and some freezing fog patches. That freezing fog could be getting more of a problem as we go through towards the middle of next week, possibly turning a bit milder for Western Scotland and Northern Ireland, with some cloud and rain setting in there. The high pressure still goes on up to New Year, so New Year's Eve looking like a cold one at this stage, but it is subject to change. This with low confidence, but it looks like probably going to have a cold New Year's Eve with a hard overnight frost to begin, freezing fog patches as well. And as we move through into New Year's Day, well, still a suggestion about high pressure dominated, but low pressure is trying to come in off the Atlantic, so we may find some cloud with rain, sleet or snow spreading into Ireland and southwestern parts of England on New Year's Day. Elsewhere, very cold, bone chilling cold really as Big Ben chimes, and temperatures temperatures barely above freezing by day on the first day of January 2015, but very, very low confidence on that. And then as we run beyond New Year, actually it looks like the high pressure over Scandinavia could win the battle, and winds could stay in from the east there, with that low pressure is diving to the south, possibly producing snow at times for some of the western parts of the country. It could turn into a prolonged cold spell. There is the potential for that, but again, very, very uncertain. So finally, have a look at charts from the weather outlook. Just see weather in your area over Christmas. Mostly dry on Christmas Eve. There will be showers in the north, of course, and this rain in the southeast will be clearing away through the course of the day. Christmas Day, this is the chart for Christmas Day. Lots of dry and fine weather. A few showers around the coast, and maybe one or two coming inland through the Cheshire Gap, but otherwise mostly dry. Fairly chilly as well. There's the rain coming in on Boxing Day. We start with a frost. Rain comes in. Some of it turns to snow over high ground, over Pennines and parts of southern Scotland, so that rain will be very heavy. Rain clears away overnight into Saturday, and then on Saturday we've got sunshine and showers and a cold northeasterly wind coming in, and that northeast wind could bring snow showers into the east through the course of the day. That will be one to keep an eye on. Any snow showers will recede away on Sunday. Lots of dry, fine but very cold weather, hard frost on Sunday night, and then Monday and Tuesday both looking mostly dry and cold, with hard frost early and late, possibly bringing some rain, sleet or snow into the far west on Tuesday, and beyond that into the new year. I think we're going to generally keep it quite cold, or that's how it's looking this morning. So in summary, it looks like we're going to be turning things colder. It's cooled down today. Going to have a cool Christmas, mainly dry with sunshine. After Christmas we get rain coming in on Boxing Day, something quite heavy. As that clears away on Saturday, we open the door probably to a northeasterly wind, which could bring snow showers onto the eastern side of the country Saturday into Sunday. After that it turns mainly dry up to New Year, but with very hard overnight frost setting in, and temperatures by day barely above freezing. That's it for now. It's a very interesting outlook, so I'll be trying to keep things updated over Christmas period, so keep checking back for updates. Otherwise, have a lovely Christmas, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a wonderful time, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching.